This is with respect to the economics, understanding economic development, understanding economic development. Okay, and here we have 5 chapters. The first chapter is the development, and the second one sectors of Indian economy. So in the this first chapter development, so we will start with what is development, and what are the development goals of different sections of the people. Are all does all the people are having the same developmental goals? Okay, and how to compare different countries in terms of development. We'll see all these things in detail when we discuss this chapter. And coming to the second sectors of Indian economy, okay, so there are some sectors like primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Okay, and what is the importance of all these 3 sectors, and what are the activities that comes under primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector, and uh, which sector is contributing more to the national income or the gross domestic product of our country. We'll discuss all these things in detail in this chapter. Okay, and third chapter, money and credit, so in this we'll see what is money, and what is the role of banks, in the economy. We'll see all those things in detail when we discuss this chapter. Okay, and the fourth chapter is globalization and the Indian economy. In this chapter we'll see what is globalization, sorry, what is globalization. Okay, and what is the effect of globalization on the Indian economy. We'll see all these things in detail when we discuss this chapter. And coming to this consumer rights, consumer rights. So in this we'll see what are the rights available for the consumers. Okay, and with respect to the board exam, in the board examination perspective, and from this economics also, so 20 marks are allocated for this economic subject, understanding economic development. So here, so you can see here, just wait. So this chapter development, that chapter, just wait. So this development chapter, so it is it will come in the board examination completely. It will come in the board examination, evaluated in the board exam, and also sectors of Indian economy also evaluated in the board examination, total chapter, and also money and credit also completely evaluated in the board examination. But here this fourth chapter, globalization and the Indian economy, so you can see here, not the total chapter is evaluated in the board examination. Only from this globalization to the topics that are to be evaluated in the board examination are the first topic, what is globalization, and factors that have enabled globalization. What are the factors responsible for the uh, occurrence of this globalization? Okay, only these topics, what is globalization and factors that have enabled globalization, only these 2 topics will be evaluated in the board examination, okay. And this chapter, some things are allocated internally assessed for 5 marks, interdisciplinary project as part of the multiple assessment from this globalization chapter only. Okay, these are the topics: production across the countries, Chinese toys in India, World Trade Organization, the struggle for a fair globalization, these topics are internally assessed in the form of so interdisciplinary project. Okay, and one more thing, this last chapter, just wait. This last chapter, that is, you can see here, this consumer rights. So it is only project work. This chapter will not be evaluated in the board examination. Okay, this consumer rights, only project work.